Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I've got something exciting to show you today. It's really exciting. It's absolutely brilliant, but it's left me paralysed with indecision. I'm hoping that somebody watching this might be able to help me make up my mind and get started. So I'm going to go. This is probably not making sense at all, so I'm going to go to my desk now. If you're watching this and you've watched any of my other videos, you might have seen the one where I did this drawing, I'm not sure what you'd call it actually, a couple of months ago now. I did it for the Scrawler Challenge. It was inspired by a photo taken by a photographer friend of mine, Chris, who takes the most amazing pictures. I was really inspired by all of the photos that he sent. This is the one I chose. And I was limited to using the supplies in the Scrawler box that month, which were brilliant. Loved them. But I was left thinking, I want to do this bigger and with different supplies. And yeah, I was really inspired to give this another go. And I actually bought myself, oh, hang on. Now, this was a considered purchase. It's too big to even get it on camera. It's lovely, heavy, smooth. So what are we? 220 GSM. Smooth, heavy paper. My favourite kind of paper. A2 size, 25 sheets. Almost £1 a sheet. Well, I think it's good value. Anyway, I bought that. I will use it for lots of other things, but I bought it primarily so that I could have another go at Chris's photo and see if I could do it justice and just look on this as a kind of a preliminary workup. Anyway, Chris and Trina came over for dinner just recently, and Chris bought me a little surprise which I'm going to show you now, and it's brilliant. It was a lovely surprise and I'm really excited. It's like got my imagination going, got my cogs turning. But I'm kind of at that thing with this, so you've got so many ideas, you don't know what to do, and you're kind of, you're paralysed by it. So let me show you. I was so excited. Look what he brought me. So this is, no, hang on, let me get it right. So this is A3 size, beautiful quality photographic print on really nice quality paper of that original photo that inspired my painting drawing. I'm saying I don't know whether to call it a painting or a drawing. It's because I used matte graphite pencils. I also used Art Graph Tailor's chalk, which I used with water, and graphite and charcoal blocks, which I used with water, and a white gold Faber pencil. So it's kind of semi-drawing, semi-painting really. But just look at this, and I'd thought that this was because I know Chris and Trina have travelled to different countries, and I thought maybe this was like a mangrove swamp or something, somewhere exotic on one of their travels in America or something. But it turns out it's really local. It was on the, I think he said, the UEA campus. It's really local to us here in Norfolk in the UK. So yeah, I think I said on the video with the original drawing that I would ask him where it was, and yeah, it wasn't so far away after all. And that area does tend to get flooded, and obviously it's just one of the times it got flooded. So I've got this beautiful, really good quality photo to work from. So that was exciting enough, but it doesn't end there. Wait for it. Look. Now, that's got a catch in a bit of a glare off the lights, because they're very bright lights, but actually it's not extremely shiny paper, this. And now Chris's suggestion for this was that it's got that look of there's something, apparently there were lots of petals falling here and he couldn't catch them in the way that he wanted to, but there's definitely a suggestion of them there. The light is beautiful, and there's kind of a suggestion that there might be magical beings here, you know, elves or fairies or something. And he suggested that maybe I could use my my favourite transparent gesso over it. I mean, this beautiful photo, you know, I mean, I don't even know how much this this would cost to produce. And I'm just going to slap transparent gesso on it so that I can work into it and add some magical beings and things. So I'm just gonna finish showing it, and I'll tell you kind of some of the ideas that I've got. And I was just left. I've been dreaming about it. I always do this. I get inspired by something. The cogs start turning, and I start churning it over in my mind, and I end up dreaming about it. And I ended up dreaming about this place, and I've kind of got this idea of these little kind of elven or fairy people, but they wouldn't necessarily be sweet, cute fairies. I think they might be fairies with teeth, and sharp fingers and things. And one of them might be photobombing or something like that. So I don't want it to be kind of. I think something fantastical like that would be absolutely. This would be perfect. I'm thinking of some of the images that I had in my head when I was a kid and I first read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. It's kind of evocative of that. That kind of feeling. So that's that, and then it doesn't end there. See, I get so excited. Basically, I've actually got goose pimples. I don't even know if you could. No. Yes, you can. Look, you can see that all my hairs are standing on it because I was so excited. Right. So put that one to one side very carefully, and there was this one. Oh, this is a bit sticky because apparently he had actually mounted this with some spray mount. And then changed his mind, so it's a little bit sticky, but that'll wear off. It might even be quite handy. So now this one is done on completely matte paper. It's like it feels almost like heavyweight watercolour paper. Reasonably smooth, not as textured as some watercolour papers, but not as smooth as that big pad that I was showing you just now. Anyway, Chris's suggestion for this one was that I could collage over it. I know it feels like sacrilege to take this beautiful photo and this beautiful print of the photo and do that to it, but how much fun could I have with this? So now, these are some of the ideas that are going through my head. I kind of looked at this and thought, this is timeless. This landscape is timeless. There are no buildings or vehicles or people there. This could be hundreds or thousands of years ago. I could have dinosaurs in the background. I could have a pterodactyl flying. Then I've ended up with different kind of mythical, magical ideas for each of these three photos. So for this one, I'm thinking, a couple of dragons, perhaps in the way that birds of prey, owls and other birds of prey, I believe, hunt in pairs, apparently. I don't know if they always do, but I know sometimes they do. So it could be like dragons kind of hunting in a pair. And here could be their net. So I could have some bigger plants perhaps in the foreground, collaged or painted on or added in some way. And their nest could be here. There could be an egg with a baby dragon coming out, and the parents kind of watching over. I don't know. I've got this idea of I love the colours in it. You've got this beautiful kind of apricot colours, and even looking on the screen here, it's not picking up the colours that are actually in the photo quite so well. However I end up doing his pieces, I'm going to have to get Chris to photograph the finished pieces for me. He said he would like to photograph a couple of my finished pictures. He liked one of my collages, so maybe I could get him. Yeah, because my photos are rubbish. And there's also this kind of faint kind of teal in there, and of course you've got that whole kind of teal and orange. The interplay between those two colours is always good, so I could really pick that up in my dragons, and I could even do a bit of gilding to give them a kind of a metallic sheen with some copper foil or something like that. That's what I've got in my head. And perhaps the egg would have some of the teal colour with the, I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've got in my head, and using like a combination of collage and perhaps some stenciling and some inking and pencils, different mixed media, a foiling and stuff. Yeah. So But it's because this is so beautiful, it's really quite scary to go in and get started. So that's the idea I had for that. I think it's got to be elves and fairies here. And if I gave it a layer of transparent gesso first, I could work into, I think coloured pencils might be the way forward. And I really want to make it look kind of like if you were just looking in on this and you thought you caught a glimpse of something that you thought might have been a fairy, but was it just a trick of the light? Was it just some blossom falling or a leaf falling? But then maybe photobombing. Fairy with teeth here. I don't know. So I've got this sort of vague idea in my head. And then this one, I think maybe rather than just do a straightforward representation of this scene, I could carry on with the mythical, magical theme. And these could be kind of tree spirits, because some of these they kind of almost look like limbs and kind of slender bodies, don't they? Yeah, just kind of subtly emerging out of the trees rather than being really obvious. You know, I don't want to draw fairies dancing around a tree or something. Perhaps something a bit more subtle than that. So that is my dilemma. And what a lovely dilemma to have. I'm just this is only going to be a really quick video. I've just been churning this over in my head for several days. I really want to get started because I just think I'm so going to enjoy it, but I'm a little bit afraid of ruining them because they're so lovely, and I just can't make up my mind what I want to do first, or should I think about it for a bit longer in case there's any other ideas I haven't thought of yet. So if anybody's watching this and you've got any ideas or any preferences about which one you'd like to see me do first, Chris, that includes you if you're watching this. What do you think? Oh, yeah. What a nice dilemma to have, though. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say, really. I do have a bit of a tendency to procrastinate for a really long time, and then once I get started, I can't stop until it's done. So I think this is the kind of project that once I get started, I won't do anything else for however long it takes to finish it. So yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it. I'm going to enjoy this, and I hope I will do them justice. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed that little glimpse into my scrambled mind. And I will see you again really soon. Bye.